My name is Jeffrey Bateman from Equity staff, and on behalf of Actors Equity, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Legacy Robe ceremony for the Broadway opening of Beaches! The Legacy Robe is Broadway's greatest backstage tradition and is perpetuated by Actors Equity and the ACCA, the Advisory Committee on Chorus Affairs. This is a ceremony where we acknowledge and celebrate the incredible talents of the Broadway chorus. Hey! Now, before we get things started, the first thing I would like to do, and I know this is going to take a lot of space, but I'd like to ask anybody who is making their Broadway debut in Beaches to please come join me in the Now, I always say that this is my favorite part of the ceremony because this is when I get to meet the people who are the future of Broadway. And we all know it's a tough road, it's hard to get here, but that performance that you give on stage is shaped by every moment of the life you lived. So I would like to say thank you. Thank you for every step that you took, every challenge you persevered through on the path to get to where you're standing tonight. And on behalf of Actors Equity and the ACCA, and for every actor and every stage manager and every person who may only dream of being on Broadway, congratulations and welcome to Broadway! As you rejoin the circle, we're about to move close. As you can see, I've brought a bunch of my friends with me today who cannot wait to wish you well, including a few of my colleagues from Equity's professional staff, Jay Ray, Joanna Spencer, Dave Thorne, and Rick people. But most importantly, as you know, the council and the committees of Actors Equity are made up of actors and stage managers, just like you, who give of their time to make sure that Equity is a labor union that works for all of us. So I would like to take just a minute for you to meet some of those people. Al?
Hello, Beaches! National Vice President and Chair of the ACCA. My name's Al Bundonis. On behalf of President Brooke Shields, Executive Director Al Vincent Jr., the National Council, all of the ACCA, and all of our paid professional staff, I am here to welcome Beaches to Broadway. As Jeffrey said, the Legacy Robe is Broadway's greatest backstage tradition. We are celebrating its 75th anniversary this year, and it celebrates and honors the chorus. The chorus contract is vital to this industry, not just here on Broadway, but on stages across the country. And it is protected and strengthened by volunteers, fellow members, actors and stage managers who volunteer countless hours to ensure that Equity works. And I want them to say hi to you today. Let's start with Melissa.
Hi, Melissa Hunter McCann, Eastern Chorus Counselor.
Hey, Ryan Rodinho. I'm also an Eastern Chorus Counselor.
Hi, I'm Joanne Bortz. I'm an Eastern Chorus Counselor. I want to say Mayor and welcome to Broadway.
Diane Nicole, Principal Counselor and Vice Chair of ACCA.
Mayor Beaches, break a leg tonight.
Thank you.
The people whom I consider to be the heart and soul, the living legacy of this robe, it's some of its previous recipients. We have quite a few of them with us here today, so if I could ask anyone who has received the robe to please raise your hand, and we'll recognize you telling us your name and the show or shows for which you received the robe. Malene?
Hi, I'm Elena Govich, and I got the robe for Good Vibrations.
Hi, I'm Andre Ward, and I got the robe for Rock of Age.
I'm David Edwards. I got the robe for By Jeeves.
I'm Preston Smith. I got the robe for Kathy Rigby's Peter Pan. Hi, I'm Rami Sandhu, and I got the robe for Bombay Dreams and Mary Poppins. I'm Fiona Brooke Trump. I got the robe in 1971 for Ari.
My name is James Davis. I received the robe in 1976 for Pacific Overtures, and then 21 years later in 1997 for the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Now sets up the robe to a member of the cast of Beaches. It's my pleasure to hand the ceremony off to another recipient, Giuseppe Basilio.
Giuseppe Bosilio, and I received the robe for Sunset Boulevard. I'm here to share with you a brief history of the legacy robe. The tradition of the robe began over 75 years ago in 1950 when Bill Bradley, a chorus dancer and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, asked Florence Baum, another member of the chorus, for her dressing gown. Bill then sent it over to Arthur Partington, a chorus dancer at the Imperial Theater, where Call Me Madam was opening that night with a note proclaiming, "The robe had been worn by all the Ziegfeld beauties and would bless their show." A cabbage rose from one of Ethel Merman's gowns was attached to the robe by Arthur, and it was sent to the opening of the next chorus musical, Guys and Dolls, and thus tradition was born. The legacy robe is awarded to the member of the chorus who has the most Broadway musical chorus credits. The honored recipient puts on the robe, circles the stage 3 times counterclockwise, and everyone touches the robe. The recipient, still wearing the robe, then visits all the dressing rooms, and the show is blessed. It is my great pleasure to present the legacy robe for Beaches to Stephanie.
Mary's looking at me.
I'm so humbled to be wearing this. It's so crazy. What a dream to be a part of this community and to be wearing this robe with this company of people, which is such a beautiful company of people. And I'm so honored to be a part of it. And thank you to the Theaters for inviting me to be a part of the show.
So tomorrow, this robe is going to pass on to someone in the company of Rocky Horror Show, which is the next musical opening on Broadway. But for tonight, this robe is all yours.
I'll wear it all night.
So welcome to Broadway Beaches!